What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel, and whichever platforms you're listening to this on. Thank you so much for being here. If you are subscribed, I appreciate it. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. Let's get into this podversation / reality chat. All right, guys. I watched this most recent episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I just have a question, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it or elaborate on it a little bit. I've been hearing the calls that Kenya and I believe also Kandi allegedly want Marlo to be fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't see that happening because the fact that she actually got her peach of eventually and finally, even after people said she would never get one because of something that she said many years ago, calling homosexuals the F word. So you get my drift. And she finally got it. I don't see her losing it anytime soon unless something really egregious happened or Atlanta franchise does something similar to what New York did, which is completely recast the entire cast of, people on the show. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be upset about that because if you think about it, we're on season 15 now. I started watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta from the very beginning out of just straight interest and just taking my mind off of my own life and focusing on this, show and being entertained. These were people that none of us knew. None of us knew any of these women. It was Nene Leakes, Deshaun Snow, who was married to a basketball player at the time. They're no longer married at this point in time. Lisa Wu Hartwell, who was no longer Hartwell, but she was married to Ed Hartwell, who was a football player at the time. They have since gotten divorced. They had a baby at the time. I don't even know how old that child is now. Oh my God, the child most likely is like teenager in high school. So yeah, Kim Zolciak, who I don't care for at all. The news about her that's come out recently. We didn't know any of these people. And then Sheree, Lord, Sheree. Oh my God. Anyway, I feel that it wouldn't be a bad thing if they completely recast the show. And I'm not here to take money out of anybody's pocket or food off of anyone's table. But I don't believe that any of these people will go hungry if they completely recast the show. What would you feel about it if they totally recast the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But here's what I wanted to talk about. Marlo, on this most recent episode, she is doing a makeup session because she's going to do a photo shoot. And she invited Courtney, who this girl, in my opinion, this woman, I hate to call people girls that are not girls, but I don't mean any disrespect by it. But this person, I just feel is so thirsty. And this is one of the reasons why I feel like they need to recast this entire show with people that most of us don't even know about if they would be willing to even be on reality TV. Because the honest truth is there are a lot of people who don't want to be on television. Not everyone wants to be on reality TV. Kandi, she got on it on the second season. I feel that Kandi, even though she was already successful, already famous, Kandi, as we've seen over the years, is someone that is about her money. So she absolutely saw this as an opportunity for her to make money, and she is completely capitalized off of it, and rightfully so. I'm not even one of those people that's here to knock her for it, even though I know there's some people that can't stand her and feel that she's always just about her money. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. I actually salute her and commend her. And I think it's amazing when you can showcase the fact that you have a successful business and you have a team of people who have been with you for a very long time. I feel that that is a great thing. I can say the same when it comes to my small business empire, like I like to call it. I have an amazing team member that has been with me for over 10 years at this point. And that's the first employer I ever hired. I feel that that is a testament to the business and how I treat people. So when people calls Kandi cheap and she doesn't like to pay for anything, I don't believe that these people would still be working with her if she didn't pay them. Even though I know that there was a situation that happened several seasons ago when a former disgruntled employee sued her and he lost and tried to claim that she wasn't really paying him and stole ideas and stuff like that. I wasn't rocking with that because I know as an employer myself that it is amazing how people, when they're on your team, all is well, but then when you don't want to work with them anymore or you don't need their services anymore, then you're the boogeyman, then you're the bitch, or you're the horrible person, or the horrible employer who's a slave driver who didn't pay anybody anything. So I related with Kandi in that sense, and I was happy that guy did not win because he shouldn't get anything that he was not deserving of. And I felt that it was dirty when Phaedra tried to come at Kandi in that way and try to make it seem like she was paying him under minimum wage. So that was just bullcrap. Anyway, it didn't work out, and it was the lie fell flat, like Cynthia said one time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anyway, yeah, Kandi capitalized off of it, and rightfully so. But this is season 15, and she's been on since season 2. She's got a lot of great things going on, a lot of great success. Absolutely applaud her for that. But I wouldn't be mad if they completely recasted the show. Will they do it anytime soon? I don't know. I really don't know. But I digress when it comes to Marlo in this most recent episode and how she tried to make Kandi out to be a terrible person because she said that Kandi didn't help her to try to get her record expunged. Why is that Kandi's duty to try to do that? First of all, Kandi is a entertainer. She has a lot of stuff going on. I didn't think that I heard her say that attorney or public defender or anything like that was on her resume or list of job titles that she has. So why would Marlo think that it's Kandi's duty to help her get her record expunged? And getting back to one of the reasons why I said that I feel like it would be a great thing if they recast the entire show of Real Housewives of Atlanta, if they're going to continue to keep it going, is because a lot of this stuff is just freaking fake. I'll talk about it probably in a separate episode, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll talk about it now because I don't want to make this too long. But you heard Sheree on this most recent episode, if you watched it. Sheree goes to the gynecologist and she's getting an ultrasound and she's talking about her fibroids and how her cycle has been extremely irregular and whatever, and she feels like she needs to get the fibroids removed. The gynecologist gave her a couple of options. One option was going to put her down for maybe a couple of weeks. The other option was going to put her down for maybe 6 to 8 weeks. This woman had the nerve to say, that she was not down for the option that's going to put her down for a longer period of time because she can't afford to take that much time off of her business, She by Sheree. I mean, when I heard that, I immediately said, girl, you had She by Sheree sitting on the shelf for 14 years. You can't stand to take 8 weeks off of your business? Girl, get up out of here. And even if you had to take 8 weeks off, you can't afford to hire an assistant to handle that because it's freaking e-commerce. You're not doing hands-on services, that you have to physically be there for. She's just so full of crap. I just was like, girl, get up out of here. And the other thing that completely turned me off was the fact that the gynecologist says that you have to take 6 to 8 weeks off of, working and having sex. And then she wants to mention Martell Hotel Holt, and talking about how she loves to have sex and she can't afford to take that much time off, and saying, have you seen my man? And then they played a clip of her saying that he has big D energy, which completely almost made me gag. Really almost made me gag and puke. And then they were making sound effects of a woman out of control getting it on. And I'm like, girl, please. what, whatever. I was completely disgusted by that clip, but it was comical for me. So I also was laughing because it was like, okay, you took 14 years off, but you can't afford to take 6 to 8 weeks off. Girl, bye. Get up out of here. I could not when it came to that. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about Sheree when it came to that. But Marlo having this chick, Courtney, over, who is allegedly a friend of Sheree's, right? And you saw on the first episode where this girl was getting into it with Kandi. Now, even though I felt like Kandi went over the top by saying, I'm about to headbutt this bee when they were at Sanya's husband's birthday party celebration, because I didn't feel that it warranted her saying something like that or going there. But again, I don't know. I guess when some people are on 10, you can't really control what comes out of their mouth, and maybe neither can they. But I felt like Courtney was extremely thirsty. I'm like, why are they giving this girl camera time and she had a microphone on? So I just felt like, I don't know who's trying to give her this moment and trying to make fetch happen, but she does not deserve it. She's been on almost every episode so far, and they've even given her confessionals where she's sitting there speaking to the camera. And I'm like, who thought that this was a good idea? Well, Marlo had her over and she's talking to this chick about the fact that Kandi has not helped her to get her record expunged and Courtney wants to help her to do it. This is all for the show. This girl doesn't care anything about Marlo. Absolutely not. And then for her to say that, well, I just feel like maybe she just lacks empathy. I really don't understand Kandi. I said, I don't know what is going on with this, but I'm tired of seeing this girl. And honestly, seeing her and the fact that they're giving her confessionals when, let's be honest, Marlo, who has been a friend of the show for several seasons, she didn't even get confessionals until recently, right before she got a peach and is a main cast member, which a lot of people thought was never going to happen. So the fact that they gave this chick confessionals, her first rollout of me on the show, I thought was really weird. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't like it. I don't like her and I don't like it. I feel that she's doing the most. She wants to be seen. She's tweeting the show or tweeting about the show during the show airing and tagging people and doing the hashtag RHOA. You are not a part of the show. I don't know what is going on over there at Bravo as to why they feel that it's important for them to do this. And I'm not even one of those people that feels like Nene Leakes should get the opportunity to come back to the show. I don't think that will ever happen. But if I were Nene, I would definitely feel some type of way about this chick getting camera time, getting mic'd up, and also getting confessionals. I would feel like they were playing in my face if I were Nene, to be honest with you. But hey, I'm just saying. But guys, I saw this. I felt like it was ridiculous. Marlo really is not thinking on a full deck right now if she believes that it is Kandi's duty to help her to get her record expunged. Because she claims that she wants to be able to have the right to bear arms now that she doesn't have the right to bear arms because of her record, her previous record. And because her house was broken into last year, she doesn't feel safe. I can understand that. But don't you have money? Don't you have labels that you're wearing all of the time? Hire an attorney and get them to do it. You don't need someone that has connections. I don't believe you do. In order to do that, hire an attorney and have them help you to do it. I just felt that that was really, really strange. So you guys let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth. I'm just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.